This series was funded by great viewers just like you over on Patreon. Check out the description or end of the video to hear how you can take part in making the show even more amazing. Hey everyone, Kaichin Kumba here, and welcome to another episode of Witch Ninja, a series that looks at Media's most popular shinobi to see which are good and which are bad. And today we're going to be talking about what's likely one of your first video game shinobi. I know it was one of mine.
Yeah, but can you really call him a ninja? I mean, first of all, Mortal Kombat was made by a couple of Americans, Ed Boon and John Tobias, and it was released in 1992 just as the ninja boom was starting to reach its zenith. I mean, this was the period in time when we had Ninja Scooter Simulator, BMX Ninja, and Ninja Golf. So just what kind of expectations do you even have for Scorpion anyway? I mean, what self-respecting ninja wears caution yellow?
Whoa, hold on there, bud. Let's not start off this video by immediately antagonizing the Mortal Kombat fandom. Besides, it's actually pretty simple to explain. I think it goes without saying that Scorpion as is really isn't a ninja anymore. He's technically now an Aragami, or Rage Spirit.
Wait, you mean like...
Exactly, and don't you guys worry, we'll get to him eventually too. But to put all of this as simply as possible, Scorpion wears yellow to mock the Lin Kuei that he believes killed his entire family in cold blood, and shoots fireballs, launches rope darts, and has a skull head because Quan Chi Netherrealm power.
So wouldn't that make him, like, the most not ninja there is?
See, that's what interests me the most about Scorpion. As a revenant Aragami, no, he's definitely not what we would call a traditional ninja. But there's so much in his history and his origins that hints that he was one, at least to some degree. But fair warning guys, because I know a lot of you are big Mortal Kombat fans. For the sake of this video, I'm not putting any focus on the timeline or continuity. The story and timeline are boned. Interestingly boned, but boned nonetheless. You know it, I know it, so I'm just gonna focus on Scorpion's designs and abilities throughout all the games. Cool?
I guess that's fair, but where in the world do we start?
At the very beginning, of course, with the Lin Kuei and the Shirai Ryu clan. Yes, it's Ryu. Hanzo Hasashi is Japanese, his home is Japan, Ryu, it's pronounced Ryu. It also goes without saying that most ninja clans use the kanji Ryu in conjunction as a suffix for their clans and schools. So for example, the Iga Ryu, or the Koga Ryu.
Now who's gonna aggravate the fan base?
Sorry, it's just the little things. In any case, the truly fascinating thing about the origins of the Shirai Ryu is that it actually parallels with the real world.
Wait. You mean to say that actual ninjutsu, actual historical ninjutsu, was born from the Lin Kuei?
Well, it's kind of difficult to prove, but in a word, yes. See, ninjutsu's origins aren't actually Japanese, they're Chinese. For evidence of this, according to the Iga Ryu Ninja Museum, quote, the origin of the art of stealth is a matter of various views. However, spies are said to originate in Fu Yi and the Yellow Emperor Huang Ti about this time, in 2300 BC. And it was actually around 500 BC when we started seeing evidence of this put into writing. Again, to quote the museum, the strategist Sun Wu, who served King Koro of Wu, described spying in his tactics book Sun Tzu about this time, which is the source of the art of stealth. And this is actually further proven through texts like the Bansen Shukai, a collection of Iga and Koga's secret techniques and tools, where the utilization of said techniques are either in examples by citations of Chinese agents who use them, or are direct quotes from Sun Tzu's texts. Now, as far as Japan's first historical use of ninja, according to the Nihon Shoki, it wasn't until the Asuka period of 548 to 710 AD that Prince Shotoku Taishi utilized Japan's first spy and grandfather of Japanese ninjutsu, Otomono Sahito. In fact, it was Prince Shotoku himself who coined and dubbed the title Shinobi to Sahito and his associates. Argue with me in the comments all you want, but from everything I can tell from multiple historic sources, the origins of ninjutsu are not Japanese, but Chinese. Just as the Japanese Shirai Ryu origin of ninjutsu is derived from the Chinese Lin Kuei when clan founder Takeda broke off from the Lin Kuei to evolve the techniques he used into ninjutsu.
Fair point, but this is also to say that the Lin Kuei were also a real thing? Chinese founders of what we know as ninjutsu?
That unfortunately is much harder to prove, but still possible. According to books written by Li Xing as well as the International Ninjutsu Society, the Lin Kuei, also known as Denshu Foshin Lin Kuei, or literally forest demons, were an ancient clan that operated in southern China. These farmers that lived in the deepest parts of the woods 3,500 years ago were so isolated and so hindered by bandits and brigands, they developed their own self-sustaining techniques of not only surviving off the land, but of martial arts. In fact, it wasn't the Lin Kuei that decided their own name, but the bandits that they fought. Their attacks were apparently so quick and so vicious, yet the Lin Kuei seemingly disappeared into the woods as fast as they came. Over time, though, it's said that many of the Lin Kuei fled over the sea to Japan, where they taught their skills of self-reliance to rural villages, while others were believed to become Yamabushi monks who forged the practice of Shugendo, a system that blended Taoism and pre-Buddhist shamanism whose end goal was to obtain spiritual power through nature. The problem with the Lin Kuei theory, though, is that so far to this day, there hasn't been any other written citation of the history of the Lin Kuei aside from the 1980s books written by Li Xing, who many believe is merely the pen name of some random white guy trying to cash in on the ninja boom of the 80s.
And you know, when you consider that according to this theory that the Lin Kuei didn't even reach Japan until the 8 or 900s and Prince Shotoku was dubbing shinobi in 500 AD, it all seems pretty contrary.
Well, that's the problem with trying to find the origins of one of the world's most esoteric organizations.
But I do agree with you. Based on every piece of history on ninja, confirmed or otherwise, the point is clear that the concept of shinobi originated from China. Which is awfully freaking convenient for Scorpion because that's also where his trademark rope dart comes from. Now, we've seen Scorpion using a lot of different weapons over the years, from long swords to ninja toes to even massive maces. After all, as they say,
once in a ninja's hand, even an everyday item can be turned into a deadly weapon.
But the one thing that has stayed consistent with Scorpion, aka Hasashi Hanzo, has been his kunai with chain, otherwise known in Japan as the Johyo. Now, it's no secret that ninja have been using rope and chain weapons for Lord knows how long, due to their easy concealment, reach, and entangling capabilities. Frontrunners like the Kusari Gama, the Manriki Gusari, and the Chiginiki have all been weapons of the ninja at one point in time. Heck, ninja even have techniques like the Kaginawa no Jutsu, which focuses on using their grappling hook rope as entanglement and attacking with the hook. Geez, even the Shoge, another popular ninja weapon, is dang near identical to the Joho, so the use of this weapon by ninja wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility. But make no mistake, this is a weapon of Chinese origin known as the Sheng Biao, or literally rope dart. Developed during the Tang Dynasty of 618 and 907 AD, the Sheng Biao was comprised of an iron or steel-shaped dart attached to a very fine chain or wax-covered rope to reduce friction, and at the end, a slip knot is tied to anchor the weapon to the user's wrist. Though curiously, Sheng Biaos will typically have a flag attached to the rope near the dart of the weapon, with some sources stating that it not only added more control of the weapon when swung, but also acted as a way to conceal the sharpened blade. Considering the majority of ninja weapons were 1 part entangling tool and 5 parts concealment, for a ninja to use something similar, theoretically it wouldn't be unheard of. Also, considering so much of what makes Japanese ninjutsu what it is, couldn't it be possible that the Sheng Biao made its way over as the Johyo in the hands of shinobi, like Hanzo Hasashi?
You know, speaking of Hanzo, there's something I really want to make mention of. I admit going in this is purely coincidence, but it is a really cool coincidence. Now, there's no denying that Ed Boon and John Tobias got the idea of Scorpion's human name from the inherited name of Hanzo, the name that all leaders of the Iga-ryu would gain when they became the leader of the clan. But here's the funny thing, Iga-ryu specialize in fire. And what does Scorpion specialize in? Yeah, I know, Scorpion gets his flaming abilities from becoming an Aragami in Netherrealm, but just hear me out. Every ninja clan in Japan had their own specializations. For example, the Kumo Gakure-ryu specialized in non-violence and instead used stealth and manipulation to get their job done. The Togakure-ryu focused less on escape and more on intel gathering. And the Iga-ryu, by their own word, specialized in tools of fire. And boy do they ever show that off in the Iga-ryu Museum. On display they have a freaking Odutsu wooden cannon, an explosive umebi mine made of mugwort, moxa, camphor, and dung, Teppo rifles, Hio rocket arrows, Yakudaichu firecracker strings, specialized Kayaku Ire and Insho Ire powder boxes, Higuchi pilot burners, Torinoko smoke bombs, and Bakuchiku bamboo firecrackers. So even if Ed and John came up with the idea of a fire-happy ninja named Hanzo before all this talk of Netherrealm, they wouldn't have been too far from the historical truth.
You know, come to think of it, even if the Iga-ryu's specialty of fire tools wasn't considered, the whole magical fire thing would still make sense when it comes to ninja. Now, similar to before, this is both speculation and not likely to have been a real-life thing. However, just as ninjutsu from Japan pulled influence from Mikyo Buddhism and Chinese spy secrets, it also pulled from Yamabushi and Shugendo during the Heian period. You know, that spiritual system of gaining mystical powers through nature that we mentioned earlier? Yeah, this is where all this mysticism about ninja elemental magic like Katon no Jutsu or fire techniques comes from. All of which was started by this guy, In no Gyoja, founder of Shugendo, who is believed to be able to command demons, fly, and master natural magic. But the sad truth of it all is that most of, if not all of, a ninja's elemental techniques were merely uses of tools or natural surroundings of escape. Still cool though.
And would still, at least mythologically speaking, make sense for Scorpion to have all of his fire-based powers. Again, I know a lot of this is coincidental, but damn if it isn't fascinating how deep the parallels run. So how about it, dude? After all this, how would you rank Scorpion as an authentic ninja?
Honestly, I'm gonna go with 6 stars. It's really hard to tell if Scorpion was a good ninja in his own right before Quan Chi made him into an Aragami, but from the ideas we've uncovered that basically birthed him, I think there's some real historical quality to him.
Same. Originally, I was only gonna give him about 3 stars tops, because come on, Caution Yellow Shozoku and overly combative. But considering Scorpion is the only catalyst in the entire history of this show that allowed us to talk about the shinobi's origins within China, I gotta bump it up to at least an 8. Not exactly perfect, but holy cow if there isn't a ton of real ninja history being put not only into Scorpion, but the whole world of Mortal Kombat, intentional or otherwise. But what do you guys think? I know some of you hardcore Mortal Kombat fans left some to add, so feel free to do so. But anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Like the pre-roll said, Witch Ninja is made possible by the wonderful patrons who support this show, and we gotta give a big shout out to all of them for making the series, well into its 2nd year, possible. And if you want to support the show as well as get some inside info on upcoming projects, special messages, or even some one-on-one time, check out the Witch Ninja Patreon. Otherwise, if you're starving for more ninja culture, be sure to check out the rest of Witch Ninja right here on this channel. Like I said, we've been breaking down popular ninja for over a year now, and there's still so much to cover. Or if you'd like to come watch us break down ninja culture live, come swing by our Twitch at twitch.tv/GaijinGoomba every Sunday at 7 PM US Central for our Shinobi Sunday stream. We also go live every Tuesday and Saturday as well for even more culture and gaming and community bonding. Same time, same channel. But until next time, everyone, this is Gaijin Goomba, signing out.